Hi everybody and welcome back, and it's Mike Howman here from Prosper by Property. Today I've got Sylvie with me, and Sylvie's worked alongside us a good 18 months ago, and we're going to talk about the benefits of working and identifying the right mentor, but when you do so, the great success and the results that you can find. So I'm going to pass you over to Sylvie. Sylvie's going to give a little introduction of herself.
Hi everybody, my name is Sylvie Rousseau. So I'm a property investor based in Liverpool. I've been in the business for just under 2 years now. And yes, I've been mentored by Mike as part of my journey, and I'm here to share my experience with you.
Okay, so when you first found us, what sort of property experience did you have? And also, why sort of maybe what helped you identify the mentor that you worked with? What was important in all that?
Yes, so when I started and when we met, I didn't have any property experience. I've never bought a property before, and I had just come across some high-level training that really got me interested into property, and I got to learn more about the various strategies which helped me define what I wanted to be doing at this point in time and what my strategy was going to be. So with that in mind, I knew that I needed a mentor to do this. I know that, it was a huge world and you could really burn your wings if you didn't go about it the right way. Yeah. So having decided to do rent-to-rent, I knew that Mike and his business partner were experts in that field. They had been doing it for a number of years, and they knew the area very well. So I decided to actually approach them and ask them to mentor me.
Brilliant. And that started, you did a bit of a training day with us first, didn't you? You went on a training day, and then from the content of that, you decided you'd like to work with us. And we worked just over 6 months. And in those 6 months, you had some great success. And I can always remember at the beginning, sort of a little bit, does this actually work? Can I do it? All those sort of feelings of sort of just, and that's where the mentor comes in, I suppose, because it gives confidence. So it wasn't that you were lacking of confidence at all, but it all looks very rosy, but it truly is achievable. So from sort of working with us on a day and giving you the basics on that day's training, to go out then, and then you started mentoring with us. How long was it before you got your first property?
Yes, so I think we started around September 2015, and within 7 weeks of applying the marketing strategy that I was taught by Passive, I actually managed to get a successful lead directly with a landlord who was keen to pass on one of the properties to me to take on as a rent-to-rent as soon as it was becoming available. So by the end of October, I had one deal and one contract signed. And a couple of months after that, another lead that I got, thanks to the knowledge that I had, actually also came to fruition. And I got a contract signed in January to start pretty much immediately. So in February, I was effectively into a property which was a 7-bedroom here in Liverpool, renovating and putting it on the market. So that was really exciting. And then after that, I kept on obviously implementing the marketing strategy and, building relationship with agents, etc. With the support of Mike, also vouching for me in that process. So now I pretty much have been taking a property on every 6 weeks. Basically, amazing. Actually setting up the pace, because sometimes I've had to decline properties because I don't want to take on too many properties at once. I want to focus on one project at a time. So it's been a great experience, yes. And definitely having the mentoring has given me the confidence to go in knowing that I was doing the right thing and that it was going to give results.
Wow, fantastic. So whereabouts are you now? What are you sort of excited about at the moment? What's new? What's happening?
So at the moment, I've just hit 50 rooms under management, which for me is a good number. It's making the day-to-day quite intense, so I'm hiring someone at the moment to come and work for me and to take on the operation side of things so that I can focus on growing my business and looking at my strategy and really see how I can expand and maximize my time. So yes, it's a great place because I'm systemizing, I'm looking at what's next there, how to make my process even tighter, and really how to free myself to kind of go on to that next level.
Brilliant. So if there's anybody listening to today's message, which there will be, and they're inspired by your success,
yes.
what advice could you give them?
Without a doubt, I think, investing into mentoring is one of the best things. I know that when you start in property, we always don't have thousands or dozens of thousands of pounds, and I didn't have that to start. So you really want to put your money where it's going to pay you back. And mentoring for me, without a doubt, was one of my best investments because it gave me a clear laid out strategy. So I knew what I was doing. When I wake up in the morning, I knew what I needed to do, how I needed to go about it. I had somebody to support me because, it can be quite lonely, and sometimes you can get quite, demotivated or discouraged if it's taking a few weeks or a couple of months to happen. So you need someone there to be in your corner to tell you it's going to happen, someone that's the living proof of it, and then to also actually just sometimes give you examples. You need someone to run your number past. How do you know the deal you're going to put on the table is a good one? Not like actually putting yourself into debt. Yeah. So all those things, there are so many aspects of it. The network that the mentor brings behind you, the fact that they can vouch for you when you're approaching agencies and like you have no experience. But guess what? I'm working with somebody who has experience in that field. It's just priceless. It really makes you go much faster than you could on yourself, and just also avoid some mistakes that you don't need to do if you have someone experienced behind you.
So said that better than what I could say.
Definitely. Yeah. I definitely believe in mentorship.
Good.
Otherwise I wouldn't be here. And I think for me it was the best money invest. No question asked.
Well, I've really enjoyed working alongside you, and we still do work together. Yes. We meet on a monthly basis. We've got a mastermind group that we all get together as well.
Yes.
So that's great as well. So it we're still sort of supporting one another and passing business to one another. So if you're inspired by what you've seen today, I would love the opportunity maybe to work with you on a one-to-one basis. And if you'd like that, then please just contact us through Prosper Property. And that's us signing out for today. Thanks, guys. Bye bye.